So I'm going to start by doing a new blank workspace just to get rid of what I have going on. I'm not going to save that right now. So I'm just going to zoom over. So you're going to try and copy as close as you can this rough geometric shape I'm going to make. So don't worry about dimensioning too much. Just kind of make it look similar. We're just going to practice using some tools that you may have used already with following along with that last step. So I'm going to start by making a rectangle along the bottom, and I'm going to pull it up a ways. That looks good. So I am going to cut off some of these corners, make them look rounded. So from the front edge, I'm going to grab, let's do the 2-point arc. So I can click on one edge and another and set this arc. Oops. Let me try that again here. I'm going to look at it straight on. I'm going to pick my two edges, adjust my arc, and now with my push-pull tool, I can cut that back, and now I have a nice rounded corner there. So on this other top corner, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab my 2-point arc, just going to kind of guesstimate, make it close. And I'm going to push-pull it back. There we go. So we got two rounded corners. Next, I'm going to use a circle. And I'm going to make one circle over here and one circle over here. And they're going to be lined up so you can see that from the center it has that little dotted line going across. Let's see, will it snap to be similar size? Not quite. We're just going to guesstimate, make them close. And this time we're going to pull them out just a little ways. There we go. And maybe in the center of these, roughly in the center, I'm going to do two little guys and pull them back a little ways. So kind of like little eyeballs. I'm just going to go back just a little ways. There we go. Kind of looks like two little eyes on this face, we'll say. So next I'm going to grab another rectangle. And we're going to make a big doorway, mouth, whatever we want to call it. In this one, I'm going to pull it all the way through again. So this one's going to be a little bit trickier because we can't see the other side like we could with these curved arches. I'm just going to push it back and just kind of go slow. Sometimes if it pops like that, you can rotate around, keep pushing. Oh, try this way. There we go, until it goes from like the dotted to like a see-through like blue sky. And now we can see through. Pretty cool. All right, we're going to do a couple more things. So we're going to make some ridges or something on the wall inside of here because just kind of practice getting into different angles and things like that. So I'm going to use the Polygon tool on this inside face. So I'm going to click once because you can even look down here if you're not sure how to use something. So select the center point. So I'm going to put it right there. And right now it looks like it has 6 sides. So maybe I want to do 8 sides. So I can see on the bottom it says use Control plus or Control minus to change the number of segments. So I'm going to hold Control and the plus key on my keyboard. And it's at 7 sides, 8 sides. And then I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on. And there's like a stop sign shape. And I'm going to pull this, and I can go all the way through even. and make it stick out the sides. So what's kind of cool is that when you are doing this push-pull tool, you can just keep going. Just because it ran into a wall doesn't mean it has to stop there. SketchUp lets you go all the way across. So now he has this little bolt going through his mouth of this little weird robot-looking head. So the last thing I'm going to show you is how to use our 3D text tool. So I'm going to click this little A, and I'm going to put my name. You're going to do your name. And in here, there's different fonts you can pick. So as long as you pick one that's legible that I can read, you can pick any of them. So I'll stick with this one. You can choose the height and if it's extruded or not. So if you undo this extruded button, it gets rid of this one. And so if you already want it to be extruded a certain amount for this text, you can pre-do it. I'm going to turn it off just so I can show you what that looks like. And I'm going to click place. So there is that, and now we can see that it is flat on there. It's not push-pulled or extruded is kind of the fancy term. Oh, and I think I'm moving my eyeballs around. So I want to actually choose my text. Well, maybe not. Well, that's how you can do flat text. So let's try, they changed this in this new update. I'm going to do another set of text here and do extruded 1 inch, and let's see what that looks like. So that is the difference between the two. So I don't think you can actually push-pull this text anymore. So you have to kind of set it up ahead of time. So that's a new update. But that's what it looks like. Extruded is the bottom stem, not extruded. So to somewhere or on this front part of this little thing we made, have your name on it. And then what you're going to turn in, you're going to kind of rotate around so that I can see that you did all these things. So your name, those eyeballs, that little bolt through that center rectangle door, and then take a screenshot to turn in on Schoology.